Hi, Capricorn. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on between you and your person. Okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Almost done. Okay, here we go. The overall energy for this week's reading is the Four of Cups. This is talking about, feeling bored with your love life, feeling like you had a missed opportunity. Okay. Underneath this is the Hangman. So this is Pisces energy. It can talk about, hanging yourself upside down, trying to seek enlightenment, trying to look at things from a different perspective. But I also feel like this is talking about letting go of things that are no longer serving you, and this connection being like on hold or a type of pause. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart towards Virgo Capricorn. And it is talking about a love offer coming towards you, but albeit it's moving slowly, very slowly, because it's the slowest night in the deck. Okay. There is some type of transformation going on, from on your side, your person's side, probably the both of you with this death card, because, there has to be endings in order to have, new beginnings. And then with the Seven of Cups, I feel like this is Spirit saying that once you've had this transformation, you will have, if you don't already have, you will have lots and lots of options with the Seven of Cups. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and clarify the Four of Cups. One moment. Four of Cups, please. This one? Okay. I'll let you. All right. One more. Four of Cups. Okay. So when it comes to you, Capricorn, this is about you learning how to be receptive. Okay. This is about you deciding what it is that you want and just opening your arms wide like this woman is, and just receiving the blessings from Spirit and from the universe. All right. When it comes to your person is sitting in, they're going through a hermit mode. They're sitting in a period of solitude. This is about them trying to figure out what direction they want to move in in regards to this connection, and also in regards to, other things in their life that are outside of this connection. Okay. All right. Give me one more. Let me get one more card. Okay. So we've got cut down, cutting out, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment. So I feel like your person's giving you silent treatment because, the story that we know is that you went towards your person, y'all met some type of way. You went towards your person and told them how you felt. They ran from the connection, and, they probably did other things. They may have had third party. They may have, breadcrumbed you. There was a lot of idiotic behavior, I feel like, on your person's side. And, because of that, a lot of you are starting to turn away from this connection, which is what Spirit is asking you to do. And then this cut down card is talking about severing ties with this person, because if you're wanting them to change, if you're, wanting to eventually have a chance to have a connection with this person, to have a second chance with them, Spirit is saying it's necessary for you to turn away, because it's your absence that's going to cause them to do the work that they need to do. But if they don't show up in time, Spirit is letting you know that you will have other options. That's why this Seven of Cups is showing up here. This could be your person having options as well, because like I said, for a lot of you, it may not be everybody. There is some type of third party, okay, going on. It doesn't have to be a person, but for a lot of you, it is. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the card that represents you this week, we have the Chariot. This is Cancerian energy. So you may have Cancerian placements, or your person may have. The Chariot is talking about overcoming obstacles. I feel like this is you trying to be successful. Okay. I feel like you are trying to pick up the pieces and move forward from this connection with the Chariot card. Okay. For some of you, you could be getting a new car as well. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Chariot. Okay. There are some karmic family issues that need to be dealt with. So you got somebody in your family, because I feel like everybody's got that one person. Okay. And I feel like in this situation, you've got somebody that you reincarnated with here on this earth to like fix some kind of karmic cycle that the two of you have been going through. Okay, let's clarify. Chariot. Okay, so mask, hiding true feelings, pretending, and deluding, gaslighting, and personify. So somebody in this connection is not telling the truth. Okay, they're hiding their emotions. I feel like it's your person, but this card showed up on your side, so I feel like for a lot of you, you started to wear the mask when it, you know, as it pertains to this person, because you're mirroring their behavior. Okay, all right. The card that represents your person, the Seven of Swords. So this is about them lying, being sneaky, you know, cheating. Like I said, there's third party for a lot of you with the Seven of Swords. It can also be your person strategizing, trying to figure out how to reel you back in, because I feel like a lot of you have turned away from this situation and you're wanting to move towards someone new, or you know, just to move out of this connection. Okay, all right, let's clarify. Excuse me. Seven of Swords. Yeah, see, you triggered this person when you told them how you felt. And I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds crazy, because I'm like, how can somebody be triggered by another person telling them they love them? Because I'm like, if anything, even if you don't return the sentiment, which I don't feel like is the case here, because I feel like this person loves you too. Even if you don't return the sentiment, it's still a positive thing for somebody to tell you. And so, like I said, this whole connection is just crazy. And I get it. I get it. But this person was triggered by you, because like I said, they're more logic minded. That's their focus. Like I said, they may have grown up in a home or grown up in an environment where they were taught that feelings are, you know, dirty, and you know, you don't ever let people know how you truly feel and all this type of stuff. And so it's led to some dysfunctional behavior, because a truly balanced person is going to be able to pull from both sides, the logic and the emotion. Okay, let's clarify. Triggering Seven of Swords. So yeah, see, heartbroken. So this person is deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, grieving and despair. And, you know, it's just talking about a breakup. So I feel like, you know, when this person hightailed it out of there, you were like, peace out, buddy, I got to go. And I feel like you left too. And so this person, let me see, that's why I'm telling you, this story sounds crazy, right? So you told him how you felt. I'm not laughing at your situation. I'm just laughing at how crazy the whole story sounds, because I went through the same thing. So I would never laugh at y'all or make light of what you're going through. And like I said, if you're hurting, my heart goes out to you. I'm just laughing at just how crazy this whole thing is. Okay, so we've got like I said, your person was triggered by you telling them how you felt, and then when you left, when they turned around and left, right? When they turned around and left, you left in order to preserve what was left of your heart, because I feel like this person did a number on you. I don't feel like it was a cut and dry thing, because when you love somebody, especially loving them on this type of level, like a love like you've never felt for anybody before, I feel like, you know, you were trying to pick up the pieces and take care of yourself and lick your own wounds and go off and isolate and like get away from this destructive connection. And they felt abandoned by you. They ran from you, and now they feel abandoned by you because you left their asses. How does that make any damn sense, right? Okay, let's move forward. All right. So the next card we're going to take a look at is the energy between the both of you, and we have the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is telling me that you both are wish fulfillment for each other. And see, the thing about this too is that this person, you're being told by us, you're being told by, you know, your spiritual team, you're being told that this person loves you, but they're acting like anything but, right? This card, like I said, talks about how you both feel about the connection and how you both feel about each other. And with the Nine of Cups, this is talking about you are both each other's wish. You both wish for each other. And as I've told you before, I'm pretty sure I told you in the last reading, it's like this person is trying to punish you or try to break you down for being what it was that they wanted. It's kind of like that thing, you know how they always say, be careful what you wish for? I feel like that's what happened in this case. You know, you both wish for each other, and then this person got what they wanted, you got what you wanted, and you were grateful and wanting to, you know, dive on in and take that leap of faith. But your person, it just freaked them out, because sometimes people wish for things and I feel like they do want them, but I also feel like they're of two minds about it. On one side, excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay, on one side, I feel like it's a situation where, you know, they wish for this thing and they truly do want it, but then the other hand, on the other side, they believe or have deluded themselves into believing that they would never get it. And so when you showed up, it was like divine intervention, which it was, and it was also like, to them, a slap in the face, because they were never, I don't think they were ever truly expecting this wish to come true. That's what I feel like. And I'm not taking up for them. I'm not trying to explain away their behavior. I feel like the way that they treated you was atrocious. Let me put that out there, okay? But you also have to understand that this is a situation where this person mistreated you. Yes, what they did was fucked up. No, you did not deserve it, but it's about lessons. This life is about lessons, especially when you're in a karmic situation or a twin flame situation like this. It's about you learning what it is you truly deserve, okay? And me going through this ahead of you, I'm here to tell you that this is going on for you to learn these lessons, because Spirit is trying to give you a shake, Capricorn, and wake you up and get you to understand that you don't deserve to be treated like this, okay? That is why somebody has come into your life and is dragging you like this, because all of these triggers are coming up just like you're triggering them, okay? Triggering, it's like, I told another sign this the other day. I can't remember which one, but it's like you get, you know, when you get on the elevator, you get on the elevator with a little kid, right? And right when the elevator's closed, the kid goes up to the elevator and pushes all the damn buttons, and you're pissed off because now you have to stop at every fucking floor before you get to your floor. And I feel like that's what's going on in this situation. This person has pushed, they know how to push every button you have, and they're doing that, okay? Which is why you're so devastated and why you're so hurt by what happened. And then it's the same thing. You are pushing all of their buttons as well. So that is why, if the two of you aren't balanced, you won't be able to sustain this connection, okay? Because there are things that you have to root out and heal, and there are things that your person has to root out and heal. That is what Spirit is trying to get the both of you to understand, okay? All right, let's clarify. 9 of Cups, please. Yeah, the two of you are communicating telepathically with each other. So like I said, you may hear random songs. This person may show up in your dreams. It could be a lot of different ways. See, look, they're in denial. They don't want to be honest about how they feel. 9 of Cups. They don't want to be honest at all about how they feel, but they sit and they think about you. They sit and they think about you. They think about the memories between the two of you. If you have old text messages between each other, if you texted or called or voicemailed or whatever, they listen to the voicemails. They read the text messages back and forth. I even feel like this person is like typing out things they want to say to you on their phone and then erasing them, typing them and erasing them, because it's like they can't let themselves go to let you know how they feel. It's like, I don't know. I think they feel so exposed and so just naked. That's what it is. It's because you can see who they truly are and they can see who you truly are. And the fact that you can see them like that, you can see through them, you know when they're lying, you know when it's bullshit, you know all these things. They had to run away from you because there was nowhere they could hide. There was nowhere they could hide around you. They couldn't cloak it like they could with other people, because this person is like a master at that shit. They're shoving it down, shoving it down, shoving it down, numbing, doing whatever they can do, drinking, you know, it could be drugs, it could be sex, it could be anything. They're using anything. It could be work. It doesn't have to be anything illicit. It could be just the craziest thing. Like I said, it could be food. It could be anything, but they're using anything they can to shove down their feelings. And whoever this is, they know exactly what to do to keep a lid on those feelings. But the thing is, anything you suppress like that for a long time, it's going to eventually come up. Like I always talk about the horror movies. I've talked about this in the past, like where the heroine just runs and runs and runs and runs away from the killer, and then in the end she either gets trapped somewhere at a dead end, or she realizes that if she tries to just leave, if she has a way out to escape, she'll never be able to live a normal life, because she'll always be looking over her shoulder waiting for the killer to come in and get her. So you can't, that's not living a life, that's living a half life. So it's like you have to face these things eventually, because it's never going to go away. Your problems are never going to go away like that unless you do something about it. And so that's what's happening. This person is running away, but they're painting themselves in a corner, and they're going to have to come out and deal with this at some point. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. One more card. Okay, so the card that fell is grounding, stability and security, performance, growth, and endurance. So this is about you grounding yourself, both of you, finding, what you need to do to move forward. I feel like that's what you're trying to do, because you're Capricorn, and your symbol is the Pentacles. So that's a grounded force as it is. So I feel like you're looking for all the things around you that can ground you, and Spirit is telling you to go towards your passions. That's going to help to ground you, because I know a lot of you, like I said, this thing really, really messed with your head. Okay. Like I said, and I feel like that was the purpose of it too, because it's a situation where it's about you learning who you truly are and what you truly deserve. Okay. And so Spirit is looking for you to just be like, you know what? Because when I went through mine, let me tell you about mine. When I went through mine, I remember when I was going through it and it was at its worst, and I just was so hurt, and the pain and the longing and the crying and all this stuff. And I remember because see, I have, thank God, a lot of grit. And I just remember saying, you know what? You may have hurt me. You may have made me cry. You may have, done all these things and hurt my feelings, but you ain't gonna fucking break me. And I just remember telling myself that. And the reason why I was able to pull up and pull out of that situation like that was because of the self-love. That's why I tell y'all, pour into yourself, love yourself as much as possible, because the self-love will get you through a lot of shit that nothing else will get you through. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the outcome, we've got the Three of Pentacles. So this is talking about, coming together, compromising, having collaboration, okay, working together to build something. All right. And like I told you, if this person doesn't get it together in a timely manner, but you do what you're supposed to do, which is, like I said, turn away from this person, reject them, because they're gonna try to, let me tell you, Capricorn, it's coming. They're gonna come and try to, when they feel you moving away from them, because like I said, I feel like a lot of you have started to do that. Okay. You're opening up to the universe saying, okay, I can't deal with this shit with this dude or this woman. I need somebody else. Can you bring somebody else into my life? Or like, cut this stuff off for me because I can't handle it. This person is going to come back and try to tell you how they feel, what happened, all this stuff. But for a lot of them, I got 9 times out of 10 is what Spirit is saying in my mind. 9 times out of 10, this person will not be healed, because for some of them, they are just digging their heels in and not wanting to do the work. And them not wanting to do the work, they're bringing karma, even more karma onto themselves, because they already got the karma from dealing with you the way that they treated you. Because I'm surprised the Justice card hadn't come out here yet, but they're bringing more onto themselves by not wanting to do the work, not doing what it is that they need to do. So that's why I'm telling you, if you want to move forward, you want to reap the rewards that are on the other side, because there's new love coming. Like I said, you focus on your passions, the things that you focus on will blow up. There's a lot of things on the other side, but you got to get through this. And when this person comes back to you, you have to look and see, for those of you that may be wanting to entertain a second chance with them, you have to look at the energy that they're sitting in and ask yourself, be discerning, because that's what this is about. Okay. You've seen how they acted. You know they wear a mask, right? So when they come back, you got to be asking the hard questions. Are you still in a third party with someone else? You know, are you still dealing with the illicit substances, or whatever it is you're doing? You got to ask them all this stuff. You got to question them and see what type of energy they're sitting in, because if you don't do that and you let this person back in, I tell all the signs this. If you don't do that and you let this person back in, like I said, y'all can't sustain the connection, and you're going to end up triggering each other, and going off to your separate corners once again. And this is not about needlessly hurting yourself. That's why Spirit is telling you, turn away from this person, because the only thing that's going to get them together is your absence. Okay. All right. Three of Pentacles. See that? Okay. These secrets are on your side. Let me see what these secrets are. Let's see. What's the secret, Spirit? Okay. The soul contract is what came out. I guess, hold on. There's two more that fell. Okay. You've been trying to cord cut. Remember, I told you can't cord cut. Only the divine can break this contract between you and your person. But if you turn away and do what you're supposed to do, Spirit will assist you with that, because that's what happened to me. They broke my contract, and I have a new one with someone else. Okay. All right. Then we've got big mistake. Yeah, I think you feel like you made a big mistake. And then we've got living a lie. Okay. So you may be trying to pretend like you don't want to be with this person, or like you don't have feelings for them, or it could be a situation where you're turning away from this person when you really want to be with them. Something like that with the living a lie. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your person with the Three of Pentacles, yeah, your person's at a crossroads. They got to make a decision. One of these roads could be, being alone. One of these roads, do that. One of these roads could mean being in a relationship with you, or it could be a situation where they're choosing between you and someone else. It's a lot of different things, because like I said, your person has been engaging in other connections, trying to prove to themselves that the way that they feel about you, they can feel that way about someone else. Okay. And I know that sucks. I know it sucks to hear that, but that's what, this is the nature of this connection. So see, look, what did I tell you about addictions? Codependency, obsession and restraint, possession and control, emotional block. Your person is emotionally blocked. They have massive self-worth issues. See, you've been here longer than your person, most of you, okay? For those of you that have the large age gaps, because like I told you, I have a 30-year age gap with my person, okay? So I've been here way longer than he has. And I've had time to work through a lot of my things. But your person, especially if they're like really young, they haven't, I don't think they've had to work through their stuff, because they've always skated by on the logic. But now this has come to Jesus. They have to work on this. Otherwise, they're going to reap karma that, like I said, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Okay. All right. Let's get some messages from Spirit, and then we'll get some messages from your person. So we've got mysterious. Someone is acting secretive and revealing little of themselves. And I feel like that's your person, okay? Because we know they wear that mask. Messages of love. Okay, so what did I tell you? I told you your person was going to come back, right? So you can expect the apology you want to hear. But if they're not sitting in the right, let me say this. If I told you they're not sitting in the right energy, right? But with this apology card, what you also have to remember is, if this person is coming towards you and they're not sitting in the right energy, they're doing this for a self-serving reason. It's not because they want to profess their love to you. It's because they feel you moving away, and they're trying to keep you stuck in this connection, because some of your people have these narcissistic thoughts. They're like, They need to be waiting on me for when I feel like I want to come and deal with them, or anybody they get with after me is just a placeholder until until I get there. They live in like really delusional. They have really delusional thoughts about this connection. So they have to be, see, this is what I want to say. They tried to break you down, but they're the ones that need to be broken down. That's why I said just leave them alone. Don't try to get revenge, because spirit is going to break this person down. And when they break them down, it's going to be ugly, because the things that I've heard that they did to my person, I feel sorry for him. And he like really hurt my feelings, Capricorns. He like really did, you know? And when I was angry and pissed off, I probably would have applauded it, to be 100% honest with you. But now I've gotten to a place of forgiveness. I have to, you have to let this stuff go, because if you don't, then this person is won. They've succeeded in making you change who you are, and I refuse to let anybody change who I am. The only person that's gonna I give that permission to is myself. Okay, so you got to think about that. All right, so we've got past life love. Your soul remembers this intense connection. Like I said, y'all played this out over many lifetimes. And then we've got here and now. Your true love is already part of your life, but there's some new people coming. There are new people coming, but you gotta do the healing. You gotta do the work. You have to put yourself and your needs first and turn away from this person, because this person, the way they think and the way that they move, they really, even though they love you, they really don't give a shit about you. They really don't give a shit about your feelings, because if they did, they wouldn't be doing the stuff that they're doing. Okay, I just need to put that out there for you. Okay, let's get some messages from your person, and then I'm gonna let you go. Ooh, they got lots of stuff to say to you. I couldn't let you get close to me. Like I said, this person questions why you love them. Okay, because I told you they've got massive self-worth issues. So they don't trust the love, because they know that they have things within themselves that are unlovable. They don't feel like they're worthy of you. Okay. Then we've got, I regret lying to you. See, like I said, they told you a bunch of lies. They told you what you wanted to hear. For some of you, this person was just trying to get some, basically. Okay. A lot of you, your person was like in player energy. They was playing around with other people. Okay. So we've got, you were the best thing in my life. I wonder if you're happy without me. This person thinks a lot about you. They are consumed with you. It's like they're in a connection, some of them, with somebody else, and they're sitting around thinking about you, worrying about you, watching you. Okay. And then we've got, it's time for me to heal now, but this remains to be seen. Like I said, you got to see how this person comes towards you, to see if they're really gonna, if they really are healing. Okay. But I feel like with this warning, spirit is telling you that if it's something where it's been a few days, or a few weeks, and they was acting crazy yesterday, and they turn around today and want to tell you, profess they love, red flag. Red flag. You need to be aware. You need to be aware. Use your discernment. Okay. All right, Capricorn, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Capricorn.